Welcome to Joa Fitness Health Wellness Video Podcast, a space to ignite your day through positive conversations. We bring people that have created excellence in their life, sharing high vibration in their reawakening path.
Happy Friday! Hello guys, my name is Joa Rivas. I'm a yoga and Pilates teacher in the city of Toronto. Now with the lockdown, we are getting used to these calls more than before. And I'm with Nav Grewal. She is in Calgary. She is a physiotherapist of pelvic floor specialist, and she is sharing today a great topic which is related to everybody, not only women but men as well. It's related to your fitness, balance. We're going to be talking about balance. How important is to balance? And balance what? Balance our body. Of course, we can talk about balance of anything, but we want to talk about balance, how to balance our body. How are you, Nab?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Happy Friday to everyone. Wishing everyone a good weekend, and thank you so much for having me again on the podcast. It's lovely to see your beautiful face again. Thank you.
Thank you. I love your braid, and I love that it seems very hot there. It's raining today here.
Yeah, we're always switching in between, and that's balance as well.
Completely. Going right into the nitty-gritty of the podcast today is related to balance. We're talking about balance because people are neglecting this important aspect of fitness. We have talked before about stretching, and we have talked about strengthening the body, but actually balancing is one of the most important components of fitness, because balance engage the core. So core muscles are going to be stabilizing the areas to be able to balance and contrarrest the forces. Tell us about balance, how people have been affected with this particular component of fitness.
For sure. So one of the big things my clients will tell me is, I don't do this exercise because my balance is off. Or, I'm not able to do this. Or if I'm getting them to do a certain movement, then they're like moving all over the place. They're like, I just have bad balance. So it's something that a lot of people say, but then they don't really know what it means. You're not born with bad balance, right? It's something that can happen, and even that connotation of I have poor balance, that just feeds into the loop of, then I can't do certain activities, and then people limit themselves, right? So what balance actually is. So when we're moving or doing any sort of activity, our brain is getting information from our joints, from the nerves, the muscles, the tendons that are moving, and then in response to that, it's sending signals down so we can react, say we're doing a physical activity sport, even lifting weights, Pilates, yoga, and we can respond better with our body. So it's kind of like the brain knowing how we're moving in time and space in terms of our joints. What can happen though is if someone feels like they're imbalanced, then they can feel it's not just naturally, it's coming from somewhere. It could be from a previous injury that they're experiencing, a lack of information coming up to the brain. It could be the joints, something is going on, the muscular strength, because you need to have strength to move through certain movements, and then even flexibility. So it's a lot of information in one concept. That's what balance is. And I'm sure you've seen it in your practice as well, doing different exercises with clients, working through encouraging them to move through certain postures in a safe way so that they can have that balance and confidence.
Yeah, balance is being used in yoga as one of the segments of every class, and also for Pilates we do balance. Balance doesn't have to be only standing. You can do balance also kneeling, and you can do balance in many ways. And I think the eye, it plays a very important role when we balance, how connected our brain is to our eye. And I wanted to know more about this, particularly if you can tell us how is the connection, mentally brain-eye connection, and how we can actually improve our balance.
Yeah, so if you think about the senses, they provide information to the body. So, yeah, the eyes are great because they're literally visually tracking and then bringing that information into the brain so that your brain can see where you are in terms of spatial environment and respond to that. And a lot of people will know this if they're, the lights are off in the room and they walk into it, they might find their balance is off, or if they're going down the stairs and the light is off. So that visual information is very, very important for you to know kind of where you're stepping, what movement you're doing. And a big way to, and we can talk about this, maybe today or in another session, kind of like actually using vision to improve balance, but then taking away, closing the eyes and doing certain movements to improve balance as well. It's challenging, but it's so important and good to do.
Yes, I do balance movements in yoga, and I challenge my students to track the thumb when they're actually doing an eagle pose or a tree pose. Really difficult. As soon as you have to track the thumb with your eyes, the exercise, it gets really complicated. And this is for everybody. We're talking not only for elders, we're talking about anyone who challenge to try this at any time. And the most important for any movement is to breathe. Very important to breathe and connect to our core muscles. Not only the abdominals, but your glutes and your inner thighs, right?
As soon as you hold your breath, your whole body's going to tense, and your brain actually goes into fight or flight or freeze mode, and it doesn't know what to do, and then you're going to find that your balance actually is going to be off. A lot of people hold their breath to try to get better balance, but actually if you breathe through it, it engages your rest and digest system to make you more relaxed and flow into the pose. And then the other thing about vision I actually want to mention is it can go both ways. So yes, using vision is a great tool, but like I've been in yoga classes, it's like when one person goes off balance, everybody else watching is like going off balance too, because then their brain's like associating it with them. So like really using the visual part to like focus on a specific spot and getting rid of like the peripheral vision is so important.
Totally. Concentration is super important. Eye gaze is important. So it's so important to know that when we are focused and aware of these elements, our balance will improve, and we will avoid falling on a snow. We will avoid losing our balance when we're walking, right? There's so many people that come to you as a physiotherapist with problems because they fall and they just got an injury.
And this is across the lifespan. It's not just elderly people. If someone has been in a car accident, if someone's had a fall, if they've had a traumatic injury, then what happens is not only do they want to avoid psychologically like that activity, but then the body kind of gets a little bit scared and they tend to avoid certain movements as well, and then they think they can't do it. So what I'm here to do, as well as yourself, like we're here to safely get our clients moving so that, I'm not just going to get them to, do like a single like deadlift all of a sudden, because like if they find like just like even like lifting one leg up is very scary for them, it's providing them with tools and making them feel safe. So I'll give an example. So if I tell someone, we should do single leg squats for your glutes, for engaging it because you're a runner, and they like can't do it, they keep falling, well then use the wall, right? And like use your hand on the wall. It just provides your brain with support, and then you'll be able to do the movement. And then eventually you're doing fingers, one finger, you're hovering, right? It's like graded exposure therapy to get the person moving so that they feel that sense of comfort. This is what they do in therapy with like phobias and stuff like that too. If someone's scared of heights, it's like, okay, just open the screen door, then stand on the balcony, then get a little bit closer to the edge. Same thing with movement, getting them to feel comfortable.
Totally. So our 3 nuggets of our talk was to first breathe properly with your balance. Secondly, add an extra contact point to add support. And the third one, and the most important, is to be concentrated in your eye gaze. To start in a point and slowly start moving that point from positions. That's going to challenge your balance practice. Do it daily, maybe 5 to 10 minutes on each leg would be great. And I'm so happy that we got to talk about this topic today, Friday. Thank you, Nav. Are you going to have a nice weekend? What are you going to do this weekend?
Yeah, we're going to be going hiking. It's beautiful weather here, and so we're going to go to the mountains, enjoy the sun, the views, and yeah, what about yourself?
I do going to do the same. I'm just enjoying the short summer that we get in Toronto, so for sure I'm going to be outside getting some vitamin D, connecting to people that are allowed to connect, because now the social distancing is less and less. Eventually we're all going to be able to hug each other, but from here, from my house, I'm sending you A lot of love. Thank you so much for watching us. Remember, if you have questions for Nav, you can follow her at Myvirtualwellness.ca, and she will be reaching to you with all your questions. And from me, I'm just sending you a lot of love and gratitude for all your following. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. And remember that together we are stronger. Thank you.
We invite you to subscribe to this channel and share with your community. Please leave comments below, and if you like the episode, click the like button. Have a beautiful day.